Just you and me now, boy.
Yeah, it's just both me and you. How you doing, Ed?
I'm doing pretty good. How you
I don't
doing?
know if I just spoke way too clever. No, I still.
You're gone. You're gone.
Yeah, right. How you doing, Ed?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. So obviously you do streaming,
I do.
and you're part of a band.
I am.
Magic
Sleep, yeah.
Yeah. How's your life led you to making this kind of content?
Which one?
Well, the streaming, preferably. If you want to talk about both, you can.
Streaming was pretty much just lockdown. During lockdown, when it first hit in the summer of 2020, me and my friends I'd just got my new PC, pretty cool, custom built and everything. Not, it's a bit of a flex, but yeah, we were just playing games like every day, and I was watching like a bunch of streamers like OTV, XQC, people like that, and I was like, you know what, I might give this a go, and yeah, it's just been pretty solid ever since.
What kind of content do you make?
So I mainly make gaming content. So I play a lot of like Dead by Daylight, Tekken, recently Warzone 2. Jesus Christ, I'm addicted to that game. I'm addicted to Warzone 2. Been playing that like a lot. But I also play a lot of horror games like Outlast, Resident Evil, Silent Hill on the odd occasion. But yeah, other than that, I also do like model making. Just live on stream because it's very chill and people seem to really enjoy watching it.
What's your favourite like piece of content to make?
Probably the model making streams.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing that, then it's like I'm big into model making and doing things with my hands. Like I'm a very hands-on person. So it's doing that and also just having like a good connection with whoever's watching.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably that because yeah, it's just a more open experience and it tends to be more enjoyable.
As media creators, we've made a lot of content so far. Obviously, my personal best, I feel like I made a music video. Do you know Fozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recreated the Judas video.
Oh, nice.
So
Perfect.
I had to do, that was for my level 3 media studies, and I feel like it's my best work.
Dope.
Do you feel like it's your best work?
Tough question. It's either probably one of my GTA streams, where it was like, it was just me and my friends titting about. It was hilarious. We'd had a couple of drinks and we were just laughing, like I was in hysterics. I fell on the floor just like rolling, laughing.
Yeah.
Either that or I did a charity live stream a while ago, raised something like £250 for a charity called Macula Society.
Oh, fair enough.
I streamed for like 28 hours. So
yeah. 28 hours?
Yeah.
What, just dead straight?
Yeah. I fell asleep once. So
What, you fell asleep on stream?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus. How long will you sleep on stream?
Like 4 hours. So I don't know if it counts, but you know.
No. Basically, you stream for a day if you're excluding the 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why I made it up. You know,
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, oh shit.
So, obviously, we have inspiration in life. Obviously, my inspiration, I say, could be like multiple things. Like, if I'm calling into wrestling, it's probably Chris Jericho, because how he can recreate himself.
Yeah.
If it comes to music, it's probably Metallica. I can't remember the name of the guy, but when it comes to directors, you know Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, the director of that, I can't remember his name. Sorry.
Edward Cullen. No.
Yeah, I can't remember, but what inspiration do you have?
When it comes to Twitch streaming, people like Jay Schlatt and everyone at like OTK, big organization, they blew up like last year properly because of a streamer called Mizkif.
Yeah.
I feel like they are like, in my opinion, some of the best content creators. Like Jay Schlatt is just consistently funny, has like pretty edgy sense of humor, so he's like treading the fine line, but it's in like the best way possible, in my opinion. But music inspiration for me is like, there's a guy called Joey Jordison. He was the drummer of Slipknot. He died like a year ago, and he was the reason why I started playing drums. I tend to base a lot of what I do off of what he does, but there's also people like Dave Lombardo, played with Slayer for a bit, saw him live at Bloodstock. He was unreal. Jesus, he was playing with Testament, one of my favourite bands of all time, and oh my god, you cannot make up some of the shit he does. Like, it was unreal.
You've recently just made your first song, and you've got a second one on the way, but with the streaming, how long have you been doing it?
Streaming, 2022 now.
2 years?
2 and a bit years.
Yeah. So, what was like your first bit of media content you actually made?
My first bit of media content was probably an Insomnia 59 vlog, which was ages ago. Never released it, but I edited it together and stuff. But yeah, it never saw the light of day because it was just too cringe. I watched it back and I was like, no, this is not being released. Definitely not. Because the camera angles were all like down here, like you had the chin action and everything.
Oh no.
But
obviously, you're trying to get out there with your band. Is the streaming a like side thing, or do you want to get big with that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I see it as like a hand-in-hand kind of thing. Obviously, music is the main baby at the moment. Like, I'm nurturing that the most. I sound like a really neglectful parent at the moment, but streaming is very much on the side. But my mental state with it is like, if one takes off, then I can use that to boost the other one up.
Yeah.
Because like you have content creators like Dallas Soup, like they're awesome and they're like really funny, like some of the funniest people. But he's in a band called Slackjaw, and they're great, like they're awesome. But what he's done is he's used streaming to already have like the audience there.
Yeah.
So I find that very smart. That's a very smart move.
So obviously, when it comes to the media industry, it's so big. Do you think it's harder to get into it, or do you think it's easier with like the multiple different platforms we have now?
See, I feel like that's a very loaded question, because a lot of the time it's not down to like the content you create. It's down to how controversial you can be, especially in today's media. Like people on YouTube are really finding that. Jeffree Star, to call someone out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeffree Star. But Jeffree Star, James Charles. Do you remember Bad Baby? That's a callback.
Yeah.
Danielle Bregoli. She literally got big for being on Dr. Phil and talking like a ninny. Like, straight up.
Do you think it's like, obviously, to me personally per se, I don't think like getting cancelled is like getting cancelled anymore. Like, you have people like Logan Paul. We all know what he did, but
yeah,
but,
but, you know,
yeah, he's now making content. No one's bringing it up.
Yeah, I love Logan Paul's content now. I used to hate him. And Jake Paul. I still don't like Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
But yeah, it's like Logan Paul had a really nice redemption arc. Because with the whole, I think the fight with KSI really saved him, because now him and KSI are doing great. They're business partners.
Prime.
Exactly. Yeah. They made the money from boxing, and now Logan Paul's in the WWE.
Yeah.
After doing what he did, like
mad.
Yeah. Insane, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Especially with a big company like WWE, who...
Yeah, they went through a phase of being very like PC, like you couldn't really cuss, like or anything, and now they've got Logan Paul, who I don't mean to keep bringing up what he did, but you know, it's a big part of like internet history.
Yeah, it's a big part. I personally think it's just a bit mad that people can do that and then like come back and make. It's kind of like a redemption arc. I think that's what people like more, like seeing a bad guy per se becoming so strong, and then they like to see that redemption.
Yeah, exactly, and I find that happens quite frequently, if anything too frequently, because I feel like there is some people that get away with a bit too much.
Yeah.
Not going to name names or anything, but yeah, no, some content creators do not deserve the platform that they have just because of some of the fuck shit they do.
So obviously you're in the media industry now. What have you learnt so far? Like obviously with the band and the streaming, is there something like majorly you've learned?
I'd say the best thing I can say in terms of like what I've learned is don't take yourself too seriously at all. Because the moment you start taking yourself too seriously, you start building this ladder of like, I don't know, it's
like your god per se.
It's like you build this ladder of like events, and then like the bigger you are, the harder you fall, kind of thing. Because if you take yourself way too seriously.
So, obviously, when it comes to the media industry, some creators like to get involved with cultures. So, like, with wrestlers, AEW and WWE, you see wrestlers wearing Jordans. Yeah. They get the Jordan cultures. Is there anything you're trying to do to get involved with the cultures around nowadays?
There's nothing that I'm doing at the moment, but one industry that I really want to get into is like the skateboard culture. Like I skate pretty regularly, and just being able to produce something for skaters would be great. Like a pair of shoes, a pair of trousers, like a custom deck. Like working with a company to actually get that out and have something that looks cool. Like Tyler the Creator is a really good example because he was an artist for Converse. He has his own clothing brand, Golf Wang. Like he's one of the best creatives in the industry at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think that will ever stop unless he just loses motivation.
So, the last and the very biggest important question, Ed. We're both wrestling fans.
Yeah.
We watched WrestleMania. Seth Rollins win the Universal title against Brock. Who will defeat Roman Reigns?
See, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I really want it to be The Rock.
Why? Why
The Rock? Because it either will be or it won't be in the same sense. Like, I want them to fight at least.
Everyone wants the dream match.
Yeah. Everyone wants it. And I feel like it would be such like a crowd-pleasing experience, but I feel like it could go so backwards. Like, he joins the Bloodline, he chills with them for a bit, kind of does an NWO and just like turns. Like, either Roman turns heel on him. Yeah. He's already a heel, but you know, he's like a heel that you love.
Yeah, you love to boo him.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Rock would be like the antithesis of that. Like,
I'll make it easier for you. Yeah, he has 2 titles. Same night, he has to fight and defend both titles.
Right.
Who is he losing each title to?
I really want Austin Theory, weirdly enough. Austin Theory, I don't know, I hate him with a passion. Like, I find him so annoying. But I feel like that upset would be great. He doesn't even have to hold the title for long. Like, 3 nights?
Yeah.
But that would be unreal. Like, he just comes in, wins, leaves. That would be great.
I guess you were disappointed by the Money in the Bank.
Yes, 100%. I was like, no!
Alright, second championship.
So that was the Raw one that we just...
Well, save. Alright, he won the WWE title, the Universal. You have left.
So the Universal title has to be someone like big.
Big, yeah.
Big. Oh man, I don't know. I don't. Bobby Lashley.
Really? What?
Bobby Lashley, just because I can't think of another answer.
My dream would be, if he had to split both titles, it would be Seth to take the WWE title.
Yes.
He's never actually defeated Seth.
True.
So that would be the greatest thing ever. And just to get redemption at Cardiff, Drew McIntyre.
Yes, I can get behind that.
That would be my dream. But yeah.
Right, I can 100% see that.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be so dope.
That would be great. Anyways, Ed, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me, bro.
Is there anything you want to promote?
Nebula by Magic Sleep coming out December 18th.
That should be soon, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be soon. Thank you, Ed. Obviously, go and watch his streams. What is it? Your...
Boss 8 Centaur. That's going to be changing. It's a bit of a cringe name. But,
it's going to be changing. And then your song, Nebula. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, no worries.
Right.
Cool. Awesome.
That was great.
That was sick. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.